the young man here has got this whole podcast, the environment, the vibe, the love, the energy, down to a T. Yeah, and you don't really see me on camera. Actually, you don't really see me on camera at all. So it would take someone who I believe in for me to say, all right, cool, let's do this. We're on live.
Yes, we're live. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the After You podcast. Sat here with the one and only, the legend himself. Yeah, well, you can feel he knows it. He's a madman in his own right, as we all claim to be, and we all want to be, we all strive to be. So, yeah, we're just sitting down, catching some positive vibes, and discussing some positive concepts, man. But big say hello to the people, man. Say hello to the people.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are from and what time zone you're in. I'm Biggs, a.k.a. Chris Biggs, a.k.a. Bigga World, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me.
Enough respect for coming on.
Alright, sir, kid.
Enough respect. As you can see, Big Man's representing today, but they have to represent the club, innit? Man have to represent the club.
Sorry to all you Arsenal fans out there. I know
It's hard times for us right now.
it is what it is.
It's hard.
It's above half our teams depleted and injury, and if one ain't got corona, the other one's getting broken legs, and if that ain't got a hamstring, this got a Anyway, we're still gonna win the league. That's what you need to know. You heard it here first. Yeah, it's all good.
Called it. But yeah, man. We've got an opportunity to talk about some positive things over the years, but and you've had an opportunity to see me grow as an individual.
I have.
I think what's amazing to see is that we was talking just a minute before we started this about how Slough has the opportunity and always had such creative people, but they've kind of always just done their thing in a little bit more of a private setting by circumstance or just by access to resource, and then there are some select individuals who have seen different paths, and I definitely think that Biggs, you're one of them individuals, who transcends the community but still keeps that Slough community within.
I still live in the ends, bruv. That's all you need to know.
There you go.
Whoever knows me knows where I live. It's all good. It's not for other people to know. But yeah, it's quite gangster where I live still. Yeah. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's home, innit?
Yeah.
It's home. So yeah.
So let's start with first and foremost, health and perspective, how things have been throughout this whole COVID madness.
For me, health. Yeah, it's been all right. When COVID first started, I went in the shed, dig out a whole heap of bits and pieces. Gym was shut, this and that, the other. But I used to be on that regular, and now it's just come. I got the family pack. Will be them, I come out. Brazil's coming out, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. But yeah, I put them out on the lawn, looking to do something with them and throw some heavy weight, and then I done it for 2-3 days, and that was me. Yeah. But I did start a bit of gardening, dug out some footings.
Nice.
Some free footings around that. I ain't even gonna say what's going on, but there's a structure being built.
I feel you.
A little space.
So DIY has been big.
Well, I had an idea, and another brethren come and he said, yeah, if you do this and do that, and we marked out a spot. And then I said, you know what, let's just dig. And then I got the pickaxe out, shovels. Next thing you know, there's about, no word of a lie, there's about 10 to 11 tons of dirt that come out the floor that's piled up on one side of my garden. Luckily, I got a big garden, so I could do that. Yeah. And that was all done by hand, bro. Wow. Wheelbarrows, everything. It is what it is. So lockdown, been a bit crazy. Tell you the truth, when it first happened, what do I do? So officially, I chauffeur. Got a chauffeur company. Do a lot of contract work. Been doing that since I left Enterprise, rent a car. I was there for 16 and a half years. I was at that place. Yeah. Yeah, left. I started just before I left, to be fair, just on a part-time thing. I do events, but people know me for doing. So comedy shows, black tie events, sit-downs, and just parties.
Yeah.
COVID has locked off everything that I do.
Yeah. I feel
So when I say everything, it locked off everything that I do. That brings in the majority of the money.
Yeah.
But luckily, you know, I've always been into like buying and selling cars, and my brother always said, Biggs, you're the only one that knows how to turn a coin, so you'll be all right. But for me personally, when that all happened, there wasn't no furlough available at the time for me. But yeah, I just thought, okay, I've got this bit of money, and if I don't go out the yard, if I don't do anything that I usually do, don't drive about, so I don't have to spend money on petrol or diesel or whatever it is in one of the many motors that I've got, I'm just going to be all right. So I never got up until about 11, midday, after midday, on the first, I would say 2-3 weeks of the first lockdown. So that's in, what's that, beginning of March, end of Feb. So I didn't go out nowhere. And bare Netflix was killing out my TV. Yeah, Netflixed up. I was Netflixed up everywhere, doing everything. Just I watched all Tiger King and all the series of all this Pablo Escobar and about 10,000 series on that. Narcos, yeah, all this flipping drug importation, that police, camera action, like, holy things. But then I got the Sky, and then I got this and that. Oh, what? See what I mean? Technology.
Yeah, it's different now, isn't it?
He's asking me.
We got watches and that telling us.
Listen, when I was younger, yeah, the only person who had a watch like this was Michael Knight, yeah, and he was a night rider. And when you could talk into the kit, bro, yeah, the car's talking to you. Now it's regular. That's what I'm saying.
It's different now, isn't it?
It's different.
Technology.
So anyway, yeah, I didn't come out of bed and what's not, and I just thought. It wasn't me, basically, what was happening. I saw, it took me I would say about 2.5-3 weeks to snap out of it. People might think that's very strange, especially coming from me and the person that I am. But, you know, that's all to do with certain things that we spoke about with the mental health and what's not. Had something to do with that, but I never even realised it.
Yeah.
But it don't last long for me, because the switch came back on. This lockdown has changed companies from doing okay to absolutely flat out busy.
Facts.
And then it's changed other companies from being okay, doing well, to not even existing anymore.
Yeah.
Shut down.
Yeah.
So it swings and roundabouts with everything.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, well, listen, I've got bits and pieces. I had about seven bikes, because I do a lot of biking. I used to do a lot of spinning as what's not with Mr. Fred Locks and all the rest of it. So, you know, it says road bikes, mountain bikes, BMX, push bike, whatever. I just, boom, went in the shed, got all of them together, because I'm handy like that, and I've got all the bike rack and what's not, and now to tune up gears and all the rest of it. But that for sale, that for sale, that for sale.
Yeah.
As soon as a little bit of money's coming in, that's what motivates me to a certain extent. Yeah. I'm always a doer. I always get myself out of situations and think outside the box. There's always more than one way to skin a cat, as my old nanny used to say.
Very true.
So yeah, so lockdown for me was a bit of an inspiration. I would say there was a few low points, but I don't take it as a low point. I take it as my relaxation, because I'm always active at all times. So maybe that sort of didn't know where I fit in and how I was going to make money and what I was going to do, made me sort of like just rescope everything and see what angle I can take it at.
Yeah, I hear that.
So yeah, that's me.
So like, I know we've been sitting and talking. There's another thing that's piqued my interest recently, was the whole win, lose or draw thing.
Okay.
You know, because I see a little bit of it that you posted up on social media.
Yep.
You know, I think that sometimes concepts are the best when they just happen organically, where it's just a thing that just comes to your mind and you're just like, yo, let me see if how people react to that.
Win, lose or draw, you see all these, there's a few things. Last Laugh comedy, comedy and cabaret show. This is the comedy side of what I do. Then there's the mistletoe and wine, which is mostly where a lot of people around here, well, not around here actually, all over the country, but still, it was born here. It was born here in the Cockthorne Hotel. Offer same idea, just like you're saying. The whole natural thing, the natural energy, the natural sources. There was a point of getting that done because of what we didn't have in Slough. But we'll get back to that on another cast or another whatever. Win, lose or draw, down the road, bruv. So win, lose or draw, me and a good friend of mine, we called Mr. Adrian, Rhino, yes. Hello, Mr. Tut, how are you? Hope you're well. We are fortunate enough to be able to support our beloved Liverpool, which is a round trip, I think 444 miles from my house in Slough. I have been going to live games since 1999, 1999, 2000, when a good friend of mine, Emil, we kind of first met then, and he invited me to a game at Anfield. I've been a supporter since I was about 8 years old. When I had the Panini stickers and all the rest of it, and the first team that I completed and had the whole page, and it had all these Coca-Cola Milk Cup and Europa Cup and all these, because they was winning everything then. Yeah. And there was two things in there that got me, and that was John Barnes and Ian Rush. When I got them stickers there, I thought, I'm a Liverpool supporter. Done. And from that day, in school, Monton Middle School, in the annex, it's no longer there, it's down Darville's Lane, but in that school there, that's where the Liverpool dream started. And I just watching it. And just never die hard, never wanted to go to any games or anything like that. I just, at that time, racism, it's bad now, but at that time it was terrible then. So really and truly, it's probably a good thing that I didn't go, because it might have put me off. I don't know. It just might have given me a different perspective of the whole football thing. Not that it hasn't now, because I'm old, I'm a big man, I know what's going on. And I know that the trials and tribulations that we have in the game still today. And I think it won't finish in my lifetime, but you know what I mean. Anyway, and that's how the Liverpool thing came along. We have been fortunate enough, as I said, to go to these games. Either I drive, we take turns, he drives, and we're lucky enough to have comfortable vehicles to drive up in. Let's put it that way. Before that, I was very, very spoilt. Very spoilt. I got linked with Emil, and from 99 to say 2015, 16, I never paid for a football ticket, ever. Wow. And that's, I'm talking Players Lounge, I'm talking training grounds, I'm talking FA Cup finals, Champions League finals, Worthington Cup finals. That's mad. I'm talking, Emil wasn't even playing, Birmingham City versus Liverpool, I'll never forget it. And he phoned me up and said, Biggs, what you doing? You still want them tickets? I goes, yeah. He goes, I can't get you the tickets, but I'll get you. Nicky Butt is injured, and he played for Birmingham City at the time. And he said, you can have his box. Wow. And that held, I think it held 12 people. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. So we had a complete box. Toilet in there, waitress, whatever, boom, boom, boom. Come in there, we smashed Birmingham, I think it was a 7-2 at Birmingham City. Crouchy, I think Crouchy scored a hat-trick or something like that. I'm not sure at the time. But yeah, just random things like that. That's just something off the top of my head. Me and Adrian started watching football together, I don't know, maybe for the last 4 years now? So we sit in the cop end. So that's where the real supporters sit. That's where the man them sit. I sit in the cop end, and I've seen magical things. Yeah, magical things.